All right, we're live. Mic check 1 2 1 2. The dog's in the building. Mr. Tooktime himself, Trey Terry.
What's
business savant.
What's good?
Motherfucking one of my trusted, beloved partners in many adventures, many stores, many events, many escapades.
Quite a bit.
We've got through some sticky situations.
Plenty of those.
We navigated some murky waters. We navigated
a little too murky.
The murkiest of waters.
Yeah.
Came out on the better end every single time.
Yeah.
That's the real test of a true good partner is when you never know how good a partner is gonna be till the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And we get in those situations where we just gotta figure it out on the fly.
It worked out every time.
It worked out every time. That's one thing people don't understand is like, man, when you do the businesses that we've taken part in, man, you got to be ready for anything and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. A lot of stuff happened behind the scenes. 100%. 100%.
A lot of stuff happened behind the scenes that people would never know about, that people will never see. But, you know, I'm glad that they always had a good time. Speaking specifically about Mitt.
Yeah.
They always had a good time. And they always enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. Not so much me. I mean, there was quite a few good times for me, but the back end of things is,
it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
Definitely work. It was work.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Hard, laborious, stressful work. Just some of the things, man. We've got some crazy stories just from Mint in itself. I mean, just tell them about the first
incident.
The first incident we had.
So it was my birthday. I was planning a big party, and we were gonna host it. So we're setting up the room. Me and Ella setting up the room, and we had to go to the corner stores, just get drinks and stuff like that, waters and whatnot.
Or maybe we went to it was the corner store.
Yeah, and we left two of our other partners there. One of them's he's a bit younger than us.
Chris, a couple years younger.
Yeah.
And my little brother.
Yeah. So
was it Booba or Jeremiah?
It was Booba.
It was Booba. Of
was
course.
it
was Booba. Yeah,
it was Booba. It was Booba. So, we left them, and this was like a 5-minute trip. We leave. We get a phone call from Chris. It's like, yo, bro, the fire alarm is going off. And meanwhile, this is like a month in.
Not even.
First time we tried to do anything almost. He's like, the fire alarm's going off, bro. The room is full of smoke and shit.
Because we had a fog machine, and the fog machine malfunctioned randomly, and it didn't stop. Like it would usually like kick out some fog and then stop, but for some reason, unbeknownst to me, it kept on spitting out fog.
Shit was kicking. It was kicking. So we have to do that. Okay, so now we're doing that, and we get back to the store. We rush back to the store, and the room is just like a cloud, you can't see anything.
It was like it was on fire.
Yeah, it looked like it was on fire. We go in there. Well, I don't know how we fixed it. What, you unplug it?
Yeah, I just unplugged it.
Yeah. I don't know why that was such a problem for them to do, but that's the whole different story. I know we'll talk about that with them, but yeah, so we had to do that. Okay, this fire department comes, police come.
So before that, in the building that we were in, if you set off the fire alarm, there's no way for you. Like, you can't just fan at the smoke detector and this fire alarm stops, because it's a big building. It's an office building with like 7 floors. So once the fire alarm goes off, the only way to stop it is for 4 fire trucks to come and go into the garage that's attached to the building and set off the alarm.
Yeah, it was a huge building. And you set the fire alarm off in one unit, the whole building has to clear out. So it was a bit of a burden for everyone who was there, definitely. But yeah, we took care of that. Okay, fire department, police came. We told them the situation. We said we were shooting a music video. And then we proceeded to have the birthday party, and we probably had 100 people there.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was actually a great event.
Yeah,
like,
it worked out pretty well.
For all the craziness we went through at the beginning of it, it worked out. Ended up being like a good first real risky event that we had. The first real risky one we had.
Yeah.
And then the second time the fire alarm went off, we were having a show.
Oh, that was.
And there was about 150 people in the show.
Yep.
And And midway through through a performance, because so the building we had a smoke room, like one of those old school smoke rooms with the ventilation, and me being the trying to be proactive, I thought I went into the room and because the vet had a timer to it, and I thought I reset the timer.
No,
but I turned the timer off. And so there was like 20 people in there smoking, and then it set the fire alarm off. And so it was a storefront, and then connected to 2 other storefronts, and then the back was like a multi-purpose area where the bathrooms were, and then the smoke room was down there, and the trash room was down there, and the whole multi-purpose thing was just reeking, and the fire people came, and I'm in the thing with the 150 people who are kind of like freaking out, and I'm just like, everybody be quiet, and then Trey has
meanwhile I'm drunk. I drink. If it ain't no way I drink a lot. So I'm DJing the show. That happens. I run back there, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like, all right, the fire department's coming. They're going to come from the side door or our door. Hopefully, if they come from the side door, they don't see anything, and I'm going to play it off. So, okay, yeah, all right, the fire department comes. There's like 15 firefighters. I happen to know some of them. Okay, 10 cops pull up. They're all with me. They're asking me what's going on. I'm like, yeah, bro, I live upstairs. Like, I came down here. This is a smoke room. It says, like, smoking. Yeah. So I was smoking in the room. The fire alarm went off. I don't know what's going on.
Meanwhile, I'm in there like, everybody, be quiet. I'm like, shh. So I have 150 people in the room, silent. You can hear a rat piss on cotton in there, and Trey's back in the back hallway with like 10 firefighters and 3 cops, and we're just like, shh. Somehow we got through it though.
Like they were going. The smoke room was right next to our unit, so they were going back and forth. And honestly, I could hear music in my space. They thought they were being quiet. I could hear the music in the space. I'm like, oh my god, they're
gotta keep the people entertained. You gotta keep their attention.
I can hear it though, and like they're going back and forth, and I'm trying to talk to them. Like I'm like that. Like I'm trying to talk to them, kind of dampen the music noise. Okay, they do that. They're like, oh yeah, it's definitely coming from right there. I was like, yeah, bro, I was smoking. I don't even smoke, but I had to do what I had to do. They turned it off. We get back to the show.
And we get lit.
Yeah, and it worked out well.
When Trey came in and gave me that thumbs up, I was like, because we had like a little backup DJ, I was like, bump that. I was like, turn that up to the max.
Whose show was that?
Whose show was it? It might have been Todd's.
It was Todd's.
It might have been, but I think we had 2 shows that day.
We did.
We had Todd's, and then I think because that wasn't New Year's. No,
it wasn't New Year's.
We had Todd's show, then we had another one. Somebody else wanted to do a show after or a party. I can't remember.
Yeah,
we had so many.
Yeah, we had the Triple O party after.
The Triple O party. That's what it was. The Triple O party.
Yeah.
We had so many events in there, man. It was just.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, bro. We were wild.
We were wild.
But you know what though? That Mint is really just a part of 518 history forever. Like,
yeah,
so many people have like pictures in Mint as their profile picture, and so many people are like, some people like share videos from times they were performing or like, just doing whatever we were doing, because we had so many cool like different events, and it wasn't all crazy things. Like we had some high end events, some business meetings with people from all across the country, some classes. We had some game nights up in there. Like that was for all the wilding out we did some pretty responsible things too.
Absolutely. I mean, during the day we used that space for making clothing for many brands of this area. Many
hours of clothes making in that place.
Yeah.
Those nights are still gonna haunt me till I'm 70.
Oh yeah, the nights. So now we're making our own clothing. Now we have to make the 3 other orders that came across us
from other people.
Right, and then we'd end up leaving there in the 7:30 in the morning.
And it's daytime. Yeah. There's plenty of nights we were in there from 11 p.m., 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 11 a.m. even.
Yeah. Long shifts.
Blood, sweat, and tears laid out in that place.
Yeah.
But, moving on to bigger and better things, both of us, HQ,
Yeah.
Partners in HQ. We got a couple other partners in HQ, 225 Lark Street, our retail store. We collab on, getting different clothes, hype beast stuff, local brands, and we're putting it together. That is something I'm really proud of, and excited always to promote and share and contribute to.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's going to grow into something much bigger than Mint
for sure
was able to be because of
the liability.
Right.
Liability.
Right. I'm happy we did it. I'm definitely happy we did the Mint thing, and it's great that ironically our lease is up, so we can just hop out like it's nothing.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. That was literally almost last year to the day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally almost last year to the day, and it's crazy that we're here doing this this podcast to recap it all.
Didn't take too long, did it?
No, it didn't take too long. It didn't take too long, man. It's like, man, but back to HQ, man. Like, I got some really cool things. I sent to the group chat. Nobody answered me, ironically. But what do you think about the turkey drive idea? I got someone. I like it a lot. Somebody that's gonna donate us some turkeys that we're gonna be able to give out, put in front of the store maybe. Yeah. On Sunday, I think we're gonna do it, and give back to the community who's showing love to us and like supporting what we do. You know what I mean?
I like that a lot. I didn't respond because I'm not gonna be here, so I'm not gonna be able to
There's not much to do.
Yeah, someone's just got to be there.
So the cool thing is that we're pretty much partnering with I have somebody that I actually grew up. I'm a little bit older than him, but I grew up with him, watched him grow up, and he's got a non-for-profit organization. Yeah, and they do a lot of stuff like that. So he hit me up and asked me like, "Yo, I got these turkeys that I'm trying to give out. Do you know, can we use one of your spaces to give them out?" And I was like, HQ would be perfect for that. You know what I mean?
It would be great.
Because this space is kind of in a tuck, and the HQ can, HQ is right on Lark Street, right where all the traffic is, and, I feel like there's more people in need down there who could just be passing by. Absolutely. And grab themselves and their family a turkey. So
yeah, it's a great location for that. Yeah. Our concept is not done. Right there, it's not done. No, it's just
the sky's the limit with HQ.
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing can grow. That thing can be there can be multiple locations within the 518. There can be locations in the mall, locations in bigger retail spaces because we're already too big for our space.
Absolutely.
Like I feel like we have just as much stuff in inventory in the back, if not more, than we have actually on display. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So We could probably open up a second location right now. Yeah. I wouldn't. I think we could fill it out easily for sure. But
the COVID stuff is I'm sure it affects many people. The COVID is ridiculous. It's a very large hold up on pretty much everything.
Everything. But honestly, because we opened HQ right in the heat of COVID, right at the beginning of the lockdown. We did. And I personally believe that helped us.
Absolutely.
I think it helped us because
I think so too.
Everything else was closed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had so many people like, yo, bro, like, what do you got? Like, I'm trying to go out to this party.
Yeah.
The mall's not open.
Yeah.
Okay, come shop. And they would come shop and whatnot. And then they're like, damn, bro, like, I would spend $500 at the mall and get 3 things. I spent $500 here and got 13 things.
Got a wardrobe. You know, we got things we got some things that are like expensive, but that's just because they're expensive things.
Yeah.
But they're not. We sell them for way less than not way less, but we sell them for pretty good competitive prices to like other places in the internet.
Absolutely. Like people aren't walking in and buying a $50 pair of Yeezys, but you get a hoodie, 2 T-shirts, and maybe a hat, a graphic hat for $60 instead of or as opposed to okay, maybe you come in, you're looking for a pair of Yeezys, you want an outfit, you want a pair of Yeezys, pair of pants, and a T-shirt. Okay, you go to the mall, you're spending like $600
at least.
Yeah, roughly. You come to our store, you spend $400 or $500 depending on what pair of Yeezys you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Certain things are just always gonna be expensive. Yeah. I've actually begun taking a liking to getting like the higher end stuff too. At first, I was like, we're on Lark Street. I don't think it's but now I'm starting to see like, it's nice. It's nice to have those things in there.
Absolutely.
For the people who are looking for those things. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And everyone loves. I mean, like a Gucci shirt won't lie. A Gucci belt won't lie.
Exactly.
As long as you can be like, yo, bro, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
Which,
of course,
everything is that we have. It won't lie. People like that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're just we're basically just doing the legwork for people as far as that stuff is concerned. Like, we're basically we're going and getting it from places and bringing them back so that you don't have to take those drives, those long trips that we take sometimes. Yeah. We've taken trips plenty of places far, long drives to Boston and the city and, across the country to get these things that you can't find here, and then you order them online and wait and pay extra, or you can just come down to HQ and get
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So HQ is a really very, very, very very, very a business I'm very proud of. Yo, Comp, you want to queue up Trey's website, Tooktime? So Trey's got the clothing brand. Just before you do that, just tell me like a little bit about the history of Tooktime and the clothing brand. I remember back in when I was still in college, this had to be like 2015, 14.
Yeah.
And you were making I came back and I linked you at Stefan's house, and you were making like phone cases, and you had the elephant shirt.
That's right.
And I remember because at the time I was making bracelets, the Cosmos bracelets.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, that's a great idea.
You were part of the Cosmo?
No. I had there was the Cosmos here, but I had my own Cosmos. I was in Buffalo at the time, and this is before at the time I wasn't really on like Facebook. I was more on Twitter, and I was really more like, for that period of my life, I was really more Buffalo than Albany. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody I followed was in Buffalo. And so I was doing the Cosmos bracelets out there. And that was just like a whole separate time. Eventually, it's pretty much the same logo that's evolved into the United Universe logo. But yeah, just back to the Tooktime. Just tell me about, like, the history and, like, when you started it, how it evolved over time.
Okay, so I moved to St. Louis. I was going to school out there, and I just wanted to pick up like something else to do when I was like not done. Like I didn't know anybody out there, so I wanted to pick up another hobby, pick up something.
So it started in St. Louis.
Yeah, I started when I moved out to St. Louis for a few years, and it was mainly because I'm like a business guy. I've always been a business guy, but I also love clothes and fashion and everything like that. So I merged those together, and I was like, yeah, I might as well make clothes. So I started with that, and I started.
The first thing was the elephant shirt.
Yeah, the elephant shirt, and most people don't know about that.
The elephant shirt, right?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that because I remember how because at the time, like, elephants were the rage.
It was.
It was like the elephants was like the thing back then.
It was. It's crazy.
The elephants were the thing. Everybody loved elephants.
So I tried to do that, and it was going cool. It was going cool. Like, I didn't know how, like, I was using like online suppliers and stuff like that, and it was going cool. Like I was throwing around some money and stuff. I had a budget, and It was going okay. I had an opportunity to vend at like a show out in Albany. I actually started the brand, and I didn't want anybody in Albany to know about what I was doing. And then I grew it a little bit out in my area, and then I finally like got a placement to be a pop-up shop at whose show was it? It was at Upstate Concert Hall. Tyler Starr, and Ryan. Glock Rivers, that's his tag. Put me on to the opportunity to vent here, bro. And I was like, okay. So I vented there, and the way I had everything set up at the time was I had to order stuff from this online supplier, and I ordered it all. Got shipped to me, and I was gonna bring it with me. I ordered it, and it everything came as like a watermark on the shirt.
It was like transparent.
Yeah, it was.
Or it was like sublimated into the shirt.
It was like just not like it wasn't there completely. Like it was just like kind of like really, really faded. So I had no inventory. I brought what I had in hand there. So that happened. Okay, now I'm back in Albany. I'm all frustrated. And then I'm like in bed, and I'm like, nah, like I can't go out like this. And I like get up. I'm sitting up, and just like make a new design, right? Make a new design. That's the Tooktime code, New York design that everyone probably knows about if they know the brand. No,
not the Tokyo.
The New
so
York
just
came
the front,
first.
just the front piece.
Just the front piece came first. So I did that. I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. Like, this is cool. You know, the O got a clock in it and stuff like that. I put it in my story. I woke up the next day. I'm like, damn, 35 Snapchats? Like, what? Okay, what is it? Everyone's like, yo, bro, I want that. Yo, bro, can I buy that? And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's what. Like, that's what that, like, this is.
This what connected to the people?
Yeah.
It's always the sleepers. It's always the sleepers.
And then I was like, wow, like, people really want that. So I had to figure out how to make that stuff. And I did, and that was working out. You know, I was honestly making the stuff on my buddy's floor. I'm making it by hand on my buddy's floor. And then I was in the shower, and I was like, all right, I want to jazz this up a little bit. Like, I want to give it like a little street sense to it. So I was like, all right, like, I'm really into like the Asian culture, the Japanese culture. I was in the shower. I'm like, yeah, all right. So I'm gonna put Japanese letters on the hood. I wear a hood all the time. I want the Japanese. I want them right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did that, and I put those on my story, bro. And, bro, like, everyone on my story hit me up. Like, everyone that watched it, like, yo, bro, like, can I get one of those? Yo, can you send one? People in L.A. I had friends in Florida, Massachusetts, St. Louis. The people in St. Louis are like, yo, bro, you're like,
you're bugging right now.
Yeah, you're on some other shit right now. So I couldn't even make the stuff fast enough because I'm still learning how to make the stuff myself.
Right.
Because the online supplier wasn't working out for me. I'm still learning how to make this stuff, and I'm getting like 50 orders a day.
Right.
Like, no cap at all. I'm getting like 50 people a day because I'm maybe not 50, and 30, realistically like 30 that I'm just like, damn, I can't even do that. I don't even know how to work this machine.
Yeah, you can't even keep up with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, that's like a good lesson for people who are doing business or trying to start a business, and who are, you know, sometimes in business you don't know what your thing is that's gonna hit. So, you know, when that time comes, you need to be ready to you know, make that happen. And if you're not ready, you need to get ready. That's what you did.
Absolutely.
You had to get ready fast, huh?
Absolutely. So, that happened, and that definitely put me into the position to where, like, I got really, really cool opportunities at back to back. Got to work with like really cool people around here, and people out of state. But I just wasn't. I did not expect that to happen. And Don't get me wrong, that doesn't happen every time. Like, this is making clothes. Like, this is for anybody. Like, anybody that's looking to do this. That does not happen often at all. It's very, very hard. It's very expensive. The fact that happened was like a blessing.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
That Tokyo design is classic. That's another thing that's always going to be part of 500 history is that Tokyo design.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows what it is. Everybody recognizes it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really, that's your, that's the bread and the golden product, the bread and butter.
Product.
I even had to get in on a batch of those one time. I was like, man, let me go in with you one time, Trey. Yeah. We done sold pretty much all those things. You ordered like 50 hoodies.
Yeah, it was 50. I had so that revolved into like some of the cool things that I did. I collabed with like certain artists and stuff. Working with Davies was cool. That kind of got there was a little hiccup in that because of some people that I was working with at the time. But then we did the show. The Tooktime event was really, really cool.
Wait, so slow down. We're talking about are we talking about which one are we talking about?
All right,
because I remember I was talking to Riley earlier. I remember the was it Turning Stone?
Okay, that was the first time I ever tried to do something like that.
So I remember you.
Really well.
You remember how did you hit me up looking for a cameraman?
I may have.
How did that happen? Because I know that's when I connected you with Riley.
That's right.
But
you were in Buffalo.
I was in Utah at the time.
Oh.
I was in Utah when you hit me up. You called me and you were like, "Yo, I got this event coming up at Turning Stone. It's about to be. We got 200 bottles. I need a cameraman." And I was like, yo, hit up this dude Riley.
Right, and that's how me and Riley ended up
Connecting.
Well,
Did he?
Eventually,
He didn't shoot at that one.
No,
Yeah, he's a hard guy to get in touch with.
Yeah.
At first, until he sees what time you are.
You kept telling me that he's from Massachusetts, and I'm like, damn, like that's mad far away. Well, come to find out, like, no, it's not.
It's not far away at all.
No,
but
no.
That wasn't the actual time. The actual time, I think, was in the first Blue Room. Remember you pulled up to the first Blue Room in the early days?
Right.
The early days in the first Blue Room, and it was the shoot with Shelton, right?
Little Shelton.
Yeah, with the green, the lime green, the spring hoodies you did.
Yeah.
And that was the first time. I remember you guys both pulled up, and I was like, I got you over there, and I was like, all right, yo, he's trying to get this done. He's trying to get these pictures done. And then you guys took that and ran with it.
We took it and ran with it.
Definitely. OD. To this day, built a, strong connection, man.
Absolutely.
But so the first Tooktime event that you were referring to earlier was, which one were you telling me?
The concert at the mall.
At Jupiter Hall.
Jupiter Hall, yeah, that event.
So how many did you do it?
What's that?
How many did you do at Jupiter Hall?
One Tooktime event, I was involved with quite a few.
Okay, all right.
On like non-clothing.
That was the one that we were at, though. The one that you're talking about right now. Yeah, that one was great. That one ran real smooth.
Yeah, so
a couple hundred people in there.
Oh, absolutely. I think we did like 500 people at the door.
Yeah.
And that was like tickets sold at the door.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching them flood and I was like, oh, this is about to be crazy.
We did the pop-up shop and then the show. And that was me. I tried to incorporate everybody. There
was a lot of people involved in that.
Yeah. I did all the brands, there
was like 5 or 6 or 7?
8.
8, yeah.
There's 8.
I remember that. I still got I got a time lapse video from that event.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was very, very cool.
Yeah, that was fire.
And on top of that, we had it was all local artists and stuff. Like praise all those guys because they brought out the majority of the people.
Tons of people.
And we had our set list, and then we managed to get in more people too, get more people to get up there. We're like, wow, like we got a lot of people here. Like, let's get everybody up here.
Yeah, let's try to get as many people on stage as possible.
I think Demi performed, JP. Those are guys that they weren't on the card, but they got up there. They did it. People were going crazy for them.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously we had Suaves. I worked with Suave a lot. Soli was there. Soli did a great job. Soli was actually really sick that day, which sucked. But
that was a great time for 518 local music.
Absolutely.
That was a great time.
Yeah, it worked out really well. It was TJF's birthday.
On that day, did he DJ that?
He did.
Oh, that's fire.
He was DJing, and I don't know who it was, but they brought him a cake, and he had to blow out the candle and stuff
on the
like
stage.
That. On the stage,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it was really cool. That was really cool. Unfortunately, that space.
It's no longer.
Yeah, it's no longer.
That was a good space.
Yeah,
it took care of people.
Absolutely.
It took care of people. We were like the second coming of that kind of.
Yeah.
We were like the closest thing to like a venue that took care of the artists and didn't like overcharge them or
Absolutely.
and gave people a shot. A lot of people don't get chances out here.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, but the Jupiter Hall seemed to be giving people a chance.
Yeah.
Going out on a limb and letting people come in and showcasing them.
Yeah, it was
which
great.
was a blessing for everyone, for everyone involved, to local brands, and that's when the local scene is at its best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, when the venues are going out on a limb and taking chances and letting people do things, and then the people are showing the love by the event going smooth. Like nothing bad happened at that event.
No.
I don't remember anything bad ever happening at Jupiter.
I mean, I had to I had little hiccups because I was running the whole thing.
That's what happens.
Overall, it was great.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know how that goes on the back end.
Yeah,
the back end business always gets a little murky. Like it's always a doozy. But yeah, that was a great time in 518.
Yeah,
that's a great time.
It was cool
for sure. So then, all right. So you're doing the shows, right? And you got the vending locations.
Yeah.
And then the next step from there was the beginning of MIT.
Right.
Beginning of the MIT. So I remember driving by on Lark Street because I didn't live far from MIT at the time. I remember driving by and seeing you in there. I think you were doing like some type of event. And I didn't know what was really going on, but I was like, okay, cool. At the time, I was heavy on the air freshener game, the air freshener hustle.
Right.
And then, I remember you hitting me up And I can't remember exactly what you said. I think you hit me up. You hit me up to buy a couple air fresheners. So I came through, and I was looking at space like, yo, this is cool, right? And you were telling me about what was going on at the time. You know, you were talking about going into business with somebody that when I met the person, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get into that. Right. But you put the offer on the table. So I remember I was sitting at my house later that day, and I was thinking about it. At the time, I was doing the studio out of my crib. And I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to put, I was like, let me hit him up and see if he'd be open to having the studio in the back.
Right.
So I hit you up and I was like, yo, bro, like, what would you charge me to put the studio in the back? And then he was like, you were like, I don't know, make me an offer. And I was like, what about $300 a month? And you were like, well, the space is only $500, or you were like, the space is only $1,000 a month. And I was like, so wait, $500 to split the whole space? And you were like, yeah. And I think I slid the next day.
Yeah.
I think I slid like the next day. I was like, bro, let's do this. And then the production of that space was like instant.
It was drastic.
I think that was November 1st. It's kind of like with this space, like November 1st, we were like, all right, let's do this. And then November 15th was the first event, the first little show we had, which was good. It was a crazy turnout for that. Like,
absolutely,
I was surprised. Like, well, this is working.
Yeah,
this thing is gonna work.
Absolutely.
So that's a brief, not so brief run through of the history of Tooktime up until pretty much recently. So with that being said, Combi, cue up the website, and you can see it over there if you can look. We're just looking through, these are the baseball jerseys. You're sold out of those, correct?
Yeah, I sold all of them. They sold very, very quickly.
Those are so fire. Who took those pictures? Is that Riley?
Yeah, that was Riley. Yeah, I use Riley pretty much for all the work that I do.
Yeah.
Just because he's incredible.
He's incredible. He's a beast. And it's consistent. And it like, your pictures also tell the vibe of your brand, too.
Yeah.
And, like, you want to really, just run through some of the products. Like, go through the buy rate. And what's the website if you want to tell the people?
It's tooktimeco.com. Very, very simple. I went through a lot to manage to, get that name and everything. But I have it secured. Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier with the name Tooktime and, like, just the infinite branding that's available with that name.
Right.
Like, in every situation, you're always going to, like, in any given situation, you're going to have to say, yeah, it took time to do this, or, it takes time. Like, you know what I mean? I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, like, it'd be so seamless for, like, rappers to put it in songs and, like, I mean, I'm another grind and this shit took time. Like,
it's happened a bunch of times.
Plenty of times. It's hard not, But that website is clean, man. When I pulled it up earlier, I was like, whoa, I didn't know it was because last time I looked at it looked like different.
Yeah.
So how often do you like switch up the vibe of it, like depending on the drop?
Depending on the drop. I used to be very into the website. I almost like did website design instead of clothes. But recently, like I honestly haven't been extremely active. Just because of just all the issues that we're dealing with COVID's
making it hard.
Yeah, it makes everything
especially
hard.
on the manufacturing end. Like all the manufacturing factories are closed down, and
yeah. So if I say I want to drop something like right now, honestly, I'm waiting on like a ton of hoodies and crew necks, and it's been like a month and a half.
Yeah, that's always the worst when you're just taking so long for production and you're just waiting and you already spent your money.
Right.
When you make an investment, you want to be able to get the return on that investment as soon as possible.
Right.
And right now, the way things are going, it's just like such a drag.
Yeah. So it's very tough. It's very tough because I don't work I did work with local producers or local manufacturers before, and I manufactured my own stuff. And now that I'm looking to design an entire garment as a whole, not so much like a graphic on the front of a tee. It makes it so I have to send them all the specs of a piece of clothes. That's how I did the jerseys. I send them the entire specifications, and the jerseys took forever. I actually thought I was
not gonna get them.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they kind of just finessed me.
But they just robbed you.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh yeah, you want these jerseys? How about this? How about we take your money and dip? How about that?
Yeah,
jersey that.
And then just one day, I had no notification or anything. I just got a big box at my house, and I opened it up. I was like, Oh,
filled with jerseys. I
nice.
was tight when you told me you didn't have any 2Xs.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna look directly at you. Local clothing brands, make 2Xs. Us big dudes got money. Make 2Xs and 3Xs for the bigger big dudes.
I must say, that making the 2X.
I was on you. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
When we were
yeah.
real close, I was like, yo.
You fighting me?
Yeah.
If I don't make it 2Xs,
I was like, yo, we fighting, bro. We scrapping.
I don't want to scrap.
Big dudes, I'm looking out for you. I got you, brothers.
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend doing the 2Xs, or just at least having
because
like
they go. Tell me they don't. They go. It's like I think it's bro, like from selling clothes and experience. I think the sizes and the sales go large, medium, 2X, small, XL. Maybe I would.
Yeah,
that's pretty close.
I mean, for me, so yeah, absolutely. I think large. If I were to say it, I would say large is the most popular one.
Yeah.
And then like medium, XL, double XL, they're all kind of like I couldn't say.
They're all like close.
Small is tough. For guys, like a small is very small, but for me, like I actually have a lot of girl customers. Yeah. So I have to produce like
smalls and extra smalls.
I've never done an extra small.
Okay.
Never done an extra small. Just because I don't specifically target girls, but like a lot of girls like to wear their stuff oversized and stuff like that. Sometimes the small is oversized.
And you make a lot of good colors for girls. Like you're good at your color palettes and your colorways.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say like large is super popular. Yeah, I just overproduce larges. So
let's talk about your DJing, DJ Cross. Let's talk about that. That's your newest venture.
Yeah. So that just started. I was my buddy. I used to do it on my phone all the time. I used to fly back and forth from St. Louis and Albany when I was living out there. I would do it on my phone.
What do you mean by you would do what?
I would DJ on my phone. Like
you'd make playlists and stuff? Oh, there's an app.
Yeah, there's an app to DJ on my phone and stuff. So I would do that while I'd like going through the flight and stuff like that. And then there was one day a buddy of mine, DJ Hollywood, he was trying to sell his board. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll mess around. I'll do this. And I was messing around with it. And I was having a house party at the time. And people started showing up, and I was doing it. I started packing my stuff up because I didn't want to. I was like, oh, I suck. Yeah. And then everyone was like, no, stop. Like, what are you doing?
Keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. So I did that, and it was, it was good at the time. Okay, so I was like, all right, like this is cool. Like people like this. Like maybe I can do this.
Yeah. So, every show that you had, like, man, you were DJing.
I meant.
Yeah, you're DJing pretty much every show you had, and I've never gotten a complaint. I remember you DJ'd for a couple of parties I had for like my family and stuff, and they were all like, "Yo, that DJ, he was really doing his thing." Yeah, you were good with playing the jams for them, and you were good with going with your crowd. Absolutely, you were always good with workflow and staying up there no matter what, even if you had to take a piss. Sometimes you're like, yo, come spin this song. Just hit play. Just hit play. I'm like, hit play. Which one is play? You
the
like
play button.
Just hit this button when the song goes off. Hit this button and turn this lever over there. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, hurry up, bro. You better go and be. But you sent me in a local mix. I'm gonna spin that real quick.
Okay.
A little local mix and we'll see. Connect this to the
this is something that I put together, like a lot of local songs that I like. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty much everyone, you're gonna know all the songs, I would assume. Maybe not.
We don't have all the time in the world to play this whole mix. It's pretty long. How long is it?
Maybe like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, 15-20 minutes. I don't have all the time in the world to play the whole mix, but I'll run through it and just play different pieces of it and, let it rock out here. Let's see. Trying to get this thing going. It's giving me a hard time here. Let's see.
And I will say, like, there's no favoritism. Like, I do listen to a lot of people's music. This is just what I can compile into one mix that all kind of blended together. I would like to do it again, but I don't know how people feel about
their music being played out, right?
Right, like say
being played for whoever, like
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't want to mess people's royalties up, or
that's the way I'm
like
always
that.
I'm always on edge about that with this podcast too, and just playing people's stuff because it's you know how people are. I know how it is in business and whatever. I think my AirPods are throwing this off, and I know how it is. So I'm always mindful of that too. But
yeah,
we're just trying to put a spotlight on
oh,
you.
there we go.
It was the AirPods. So how often is there like cuts and stuff in here?
So at the time, I was more so like kind of trying to play out each song and then blend them together with other songs in like a creative way. So I play out pretty much the whole song at the beginning. Like, okay, so this is Glock Demi Jelly. So this is a very good song. It was incredibly popping. Like, it's dope. It's just fire.
Yeah, he shot the video in Mint.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I forgot he did that. Yeah. That was one of the first inquiries we had, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was looking for a space to shoot it, and I was like, yo, come on. You know me. I'm always like, yo, I'm always showing love. So I'm like, yo, come shoot it here. You know what I mean? Let's see.
Okay, yeah, this is Sally Paper. Yeah, we had a bond, too.
Yeah. How long is this mix?
I want to say like 15 minutes.
Yo, so is there any way for you to, like, upload these for people to hear them? Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I could.
On SoundCloud or something?
I just, like I said, I don't want to, like, if
step on anybody's toes.
And this is Dio. Dio performed at the 3-year anniversary of Tooktime that we had at Mint. I believe he performed this song. I love this song by Dio. This is part of Ancha Band. It's very cool. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but like I just don't know how. I don't want anybody to think like, oh, like dude, your stream, your video, like say it does happen, right? Like
and it blows up.
Yeah, it blows up and it's got like 2 million views or something like that. I don't want people to like be hitting me up like, yo, bro, like you give me any royalties or anything like that because my song's in there. Like I'd rather I want to, but I'd rather kind of just. This is Kush Snoko. Yeah, Kush is mad cool. He's mad good too.
Yeah, his latest videos have been fire. I watched the last couple ones he shot.
Yeah.
Who shot him for him? Was it Ace? Rom? Who shot the last couple?
Kush is working.
Yeah, he works with everyone.
Yeah, he's working. He's a good man. Good man. The first day I met him, he pulled up to my house. Him and Riley were talking about something, and he copped up like 3 or 4 hoodies. I was like. Damn, bro.
Yeah, and he used one for his album cover, right? Was
yeah.
His album cover?
Yeah, Kush used it for his album cover. The album went hard, too.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got me a little nervous about playing people's music. I'm not going to front. But, you know, I think it's just a matter of, like, reaching out to him and, like, talking to him.
Yeah.
And being, because, you know, when I did the first Blue Room tape, which we got another one coming soon. We're just stockpiling tracks right now. But when I did the first Blue Room tape, it was easier for me because I recorded everyone's song, so I could just hit them up personally and be like, yo, it's cool if I. But you know, that's what I would suggest to you. You know, because that's cool. I don't really see like too many DJs doing that out here, putting together local mixes, and that's probably why. But if you just take the initiative and talk to the people, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to let you use it to spread the word. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I must say, like the one video that me and Suave collab with, that's like
for the Tooktime shoot, like in the industrial plant thing.
Yeah, and that unfortunately, like they never dropped the song.
Right.
But
that's the only place people can hear it.
Right.
So if you guys want to hear that song, you're gonna have to go to the Tooktime Instagram at Tooktime Co. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have to watch that video. It's probably back in I think that was like last autumn.
Yeah, something like that. That was
maybe 2 autumns ago at this point.
It might have been 2 years ago.
I think I was still in the first Blue Room.
Yeah, it might have been 2 years ago because that's at the time about 2 years ago. Like everyone out here, we were all kind of like in a group. Like we were doing so much stuff together. Right. Like if there was something going on, it's like, all right, yeah, we're pulling synergy. We're pulling up like 35 deep. Like we actually got denied going into some bars,
right?
Because we would pull up so many people deep, and it was like
It's crazy.
It was all of it. It was like all the artists.
Yeah, the 518 scared stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're scared. They don't like when you see people pull up 35 deep. So we had to get our own space.
yeah. That's a venture that I'm working on right now is developing a space like that. Unfortunately, we can't do it with COVID and stuff like that, but soon, very soon.
I don't know about that. It might be a while.
Yeah.
Might be a while.
Yeah, no.
I think they're gonna shut it back down.
Oh yeah, it's getting shut back down.
I think they're gonna shut it back down, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not looking good.
No, it's not looking good. Not looking good. That's unfortunately why, you got to back off of the mint situation.
Yeah, that's the main reason. Main reason.
I mean, it's for the better because
it's getting wild.
It's getting wild. Yeah,
it's getting wild, man. It's all good though, we're gonna. They can't stop the true the progenitors, they can't stop us. You know what I mean? No matter what they try to do, no matter how they try to hold us down or hold us back, we're always gonna find a way. That's been the signature of the human spirit.
Absolutely.
We always find a way.
So maybe we can't do a live concert at Mint, but we can have an artist here and talk about what they're doing, and then maybe have like a freestyle or something like that,
or maybe do something outdoors, like some open field, some back alley, West Bumblefuck open field thing, man.
Yeah, as long as outside, the limitations are a lot different than like inside, an enclosed space, which
makes sense.
It makes sense,
as it should be.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna figure out ways to still get out there.
We're gonna get it done. You know me. I'm not stopping for nothing. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep this thing going.
Absolutely.
We gotta keep it building. We gotta keep making things happen for the people and for us, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I do enjoy it. I enjoy grinding, and I enjoy, like, I was telling my dad the other day, like, man, when I'm not grinding and overworked, I feel dead almost. Like, it's not the same. Like, I gotta be working on something.
That just reminded me, like like when you were in the hospital for a period of time.
Yeah, I'll go down every now and again.
I work times.
I work so hard. I'm due too. It's been about 9 months. I usually go down every 9 months for a good week or two.
Yeah. So yeah, you were in the hospital, and like I had to go into the hospital and have meetings with you, and then leave the meeting, go to my house, change, go to Mint, make sure everything's good.
It was crazy.
It was just a lot.
I think I like grinding a little bit too much. I'm a little bit too much of a grinder. But
I would say this man was working harder when he's in a hospital bed than some of these guys.
For sure. We're making things happen. You gotta make things happen.
And
But that's what it takes, man. It takes that type of indomitable spirit. You know what I mean? It takes that type of conqueror's mindset in order to pull things from out of the unknown and bring them to the world and make them accessible to people. You know what I mean? You gotta be that you gotta be that way. You gotta be willing to, risk your well-being in your life and your health in order to make the things that you're trying to make happen. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's never gonna be, and it's not for the weak-hearted or weak-spirited. But that's the beauty in it, is that's what leaves room for people like us who are able to do that and to tap into that zone. But this thing's approaching an hour, man. This is great. It's seamless. I feel like we can go for 5, 6, 7 hours.
We've been here for an hour.
Almost.
We're gonna do some long podcasts.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like
live for like 12-hour one time.
We got to get a new computer first. We got to get a computer that can handle a 12-hour render. You know what I mean? This computer, we on the Surface Pro. This thing be taking. This thing be. It be rendering. It be boom, 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 boom. I'd be like, yo, I hope this thing renders.
I've seen you go through like 3 or 4 of those things.
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them as we speak. I got 2 of them in this building. Yeah. Those things, I love them though because they're so versatile. Like,
yeah, I know you do.
You know what I mean? They can do so many different things. Mainly because the tablet interaction is supreme. It's always going to be the purest form of working for human.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with the pen and the tablet, the pen and paper feel.
Right.
So I'm always gonna forever. Microsoft, cut that check, Microsoft.
Yep.
I'm forever gonna be a Surface guy. You know what I mean?
I like it.
His compy tried to talk me out of the Surface plenty of times. I'm just trying to tell him like, yo, these things you're telling me to get 3 different computers for, the Surface does it in one.
All in one.
The Surface does it in one.
All in one.
And it renders pretty good. Like Riley was telling me his MacBook takes like 2 hours to render a 30-minute video. This thing takes 2 hours to render a 40-minute podcast. So
Yeah.
you know, it's up and up. It's pretty good. But yeah, man, we're running deep. Like I said, I don't want to blow my service out just yet. So that being said, man, we're out. Peace out. Play this beat. Play some applause for the man Trey. One more time for the dogs. One time for the Shotas. And let the beat rock, man. You guys be safe. You know, have a good life. Have a good time. Peace.